it's Kaipacha with the weekly Pele report. I cannot believe it is already June 30th of 2021. Wow. Right? Oh, the sun is moving on through Cancer. The moon is in Aries. By Saturday, she's going to go up into Taurus. Finally, by Monday, over there into Gemini. We've got quite the weekend, quite the week and the weekend coming here. It is intense, very powerful, transformative. Let me go into the aspects first and then explain what I'm talking about there. Mars is moving along through Leo. Tomorrow, Thursday, comes into its exact opposition to Saturn. The same time as the moon squares the sun and conjuncts Chiron. So we also have the sun square Chiron. That's happening all week. It's exact on Sunday. But really, Cancer to Aries, sun to Chiron. We'll talk more about that. Mars actually, while it opposes Saturn, it trines Chiron. So, I don't know, it's a very healing time, but not without its challenges. Really, because Venus is also coming on up there through Leo, and she is going to be opposing Saturn. That's not exact until next Tuesday, but if you give her a few degrees, which we do with oppositions, it's a major aspect, okay? That's going on for some time too. In addition to that, Mercury is still coming around through old Gemini over there and is going to come into a square with Neptune by next Tuesday. It does, come out of its storm period, which is where it went retrograde on Thursday, and does still keep moving forward. But can you believe the mirror effect of this beautiful scene here? It's rather breathtaking for me. So there are a number of different, besides then what you'll see with the chart that I put at the beginning of the video is it's called a Mars, Saturn, Uranus T-square. So Mars comes in to not only oppose Saturn, but by Saturday it is exactly square to Uranus. Mars, Saturn, Uranus, put those three guys together and you do not exactly have a party. So let me look at the camera, talk to you about what that means, and here we go. Okay. So where do we start? In astrology, we always start at the beginning of the cycle. So I want to go back to late March of 2020, over a year ago, was when this Mars-Saturn cycle began, and it began at 0 degrees of Aquarius. When Saturn was just going into Aquarius, Mars comes along and joins it. You may remember March was the big hullabaloo when things really started rolling. And there started to be social distancing and restricted traveling and the laws and the rules, everything that Saturn stands for, especially in Aquarius, which is the collective consciousness of our planet and the social order and structure of things. Mars, the military, aggressive, charging, laying out. So this was in a social context, but what about personal? Aquarius is about the future, making plans, envisioning. And Mars Saturn is like pouring concrete. It's like actively making a foundation, committing all of my masculine yang energy to building a future, envisioning a future. Where do I want to go many years from now? What are my goals? Saturn has to do with goals. So, conscious or not, spoken or not, signed papers or not, all of us on some level at that point made some choices and decisions. And then, last summer Mars spent 6 months in Aries, okay, going back and forth, but now it has come around to its opposition. And that opposition, not only is it square to Uranus, which we also want to take into the equation, okay, but the opposition has to do, okay, with taking the, it's building, learning, growing, gathering our energy, and boom, time to start out, express, go into relationships, start that business, take that plan or that vision and gather together support from, others and go forward. So it's like the full moon, that 180-degree opposition. Only, let's look at Saturn again, because Saturn is the great teacher, giving us a test. Are you old enough? Are you mature enough? Have you done your homework? Do you have the endurance and the perseverance to really manifest this powerful new vision that you have? And Mars, of course, is impatient, spontaneous, ready to go, rock and roll, make it happen, and comes into boom. So it's like we have this opening up, and now what? Australia's going back into lockdown, and they're throwing revolutions in London, and there's all kinds of topsy-turvy conditions as we run into more. Saturn is control, external authority, pressure, limitations, boundaries, limits to our expression. So Mars, Saturn equals anger, like don't fence me in, don't stop me, don't hold me back. Mars in Leo, fire planet in a fire sign. And Leo is about I, me, my pleasure, my romance, my fun, my creativity, my dancing and playing and going about. And here's the Saturn up here, the external authority, the social systems and orders that are, being placed upon us, really challenging that. And let's throw in Uranus and Taurus for 7 years, wanting to rebel, revolt, discover new resources, new talents, new capacities, new ways of surviving, and not only surviving, but thriving. So Uranus wants to break all the patterns, and Mars wants to break all the patterns. And Saturn is very strong in Aquarius. It's the co-ruler of Aquarius, and it is the big thumb in the sky, holding, stopping, slowing, delaying, teaching us patience, endurance, perseverance, commitment, and having us reflect and review this last year or more, since March of 20. Are we on the right track? Did we make the right commitments? Are we actually progressing towards the goals that we set over a year ago? Or do we need to modify? Mars is our direction. It's the action that we're taking. It's where we're going. It's where we're charging. And when it runs into Saturn, reflection, halt, hold, that's what the mantra is about today. Reviewing and reflecting to make sure that we are on the right track. Mars is the sword, cutting cords, cutting and ripping up old contracts, old agreements, old relationships that are not allowing us, Mars in Leo, full self-expression. So we can see the rebellion. Did you see the tens of thousands of people on the streets in London rebelling and just saying, we have had enough. No more lockdown. We need to express ourselves, get back into a creative life. And now Venus is going to be coming along. We're in this is like a good solid week, if not 2-week window where the going can get tough. We can get discouraged. We can get lonely. Let's look at Venus with our relationships and partnerships. Now she's coming up to Saturn. And this is it is really time to look at our commitments, look at our contracts, look at our goals, and make sure that we're on track going forward. And what is the track? Well, part of it is, are you in alignment with where you were? And did you learn something in this last time period that you need to change or modify that direction? Maybe a year ago, I decided I was going to, start a new online business or, And now after a year, I need to review that business. Am I really, is this fulfilling? Or do I want to go change, move, shift? This is also a time where other people and our relationships can really be hindering, blocking, suppressing, holding us down, holding us back. It's a very serious time. Saturn is very sober, serious decisions that need to be made. And it is a very good time for sitting still. That's why the mantra for this week is to sit and review. Saturn, and also the moon is in, her, third quarter, closing, balsamic phase. Even reviewing this last month and everything that has happened since that new moon. And the solstice, of course. So this is a slow down, get serious, go inward, go deep. And of course, Mars and Venus in Leo wants to party. It's like, let's play, let's gamble, let's, have romance, hit the town, karaoke, whatever, and it's not, it's not easy. It's not easy. So hang in there and just know, and the feeling that I always want to bring forward is when it comes to decisions and when it comes to choices, we always have the dual coexisting desires within the soul. The desire to separate from the source that made us. Individualize, come into our ego, get into our original genius and creative self-expression. And there's a large percentage of humanity separating, individualizing, and there is a point, that you reach where you turn and you wish to return to the source. And this is meditation, contemplation, mindfulness, non-attachment, and lifting the consciousness. And it's not so much about me, Leo, but about the many, Aquarius. So Saturn is also about duty and responsibility that each one of us has for the collective. And even Aquarius is what? The future. Future generations. What laws are we passing? What are we handing our children and their children and their children? And am I personally doing all that I can do for the collective, for the future, for my family, for my friends, for my community, or am I just all about my own self-interest and my own power and my own passionate, expressive relationships and, energetic expression? So this kind of is a time of, putting a bit of a, Saturn is like a wet blanket on the fire. And Uranus is over here, giving us shocks and electrical impulses, saying, go, 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 rebel, revolt, charge, individualize, separate, go, 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 awake, liberate. Don't hold back. Don't be, a patsy. Whatever, man. So, Mars and Uranus are like ready to kick butt, right? And Saturn is just like, oh, no, you don't. And last but not least, the Mercury square Neptune, is really coming in with, and that is just situations of feeling disillusioned, let down. So this is a time where we can really get the blues. And we can even go into fear. We can feel maybe some external authority. The ultimate external authority could be Great Spirit. Doesn't want me to do this or doesn't want me to go that. Saturn is also guilt. So here's Mars and Leo. Yeah, I want to do my own thing. And Saturn is going, yeah, you're bad. You should be ashamed of yourself. You are so self-centered, egotistical, and selfish. So we can also clarify, really clarify who we are and what our goals are. And our goals reflect our values. And our values reflect our beliefs. What do we believe? What do we value? Then out of that comes our goals, and then comes our actions. Probably last but not least is just the plain physical realities. Mars is muscle. Uranus is tension and the nervous system. Saturn is bones and calcium and sleep. This can be a time, if you're not careful, where you are just physically exhausted, or you crash some machinery, or you sprain or pull a muscle or a tendon, this is not a time. It is a time to proceed carefully with caution and really look before we leap. So with that in mind, you can build a strong foundation. and your business or your relationship will be solidified and, Rocket Man. Oh yeah, the song for this week is Brick in the Wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Yeah, it's a true reflection of, Mars Saturn is like beating our head against the wall. So try not to get too pissed off. Try not to get too impatient. Try not to get too angry or put your fist through the wall. But just know that, things will pick up again. And that it's time to just measure our relationships and make sure that we are on track. And we shall thrive. So the mantra is really, when I am blocked, stopped, under pressure, or delayed, I review all my plans so as to not go astray. It's like life is just saying, time out. The ring of the boxer or the wrestling match, ding! Just go back to your corner, take a drink of water, wipe the sweat off, take care of ourselves. We really need to take care of ourselves. Sun in Cancer. Rest. Take it easy. And resume after reflecting that you know where you are going. You can recommit and put your whole self back in the ring. Oh, beautiful fish just jumped. When I am blocked, stopped, under pressure, or delayed, I review all my plans so as to not go astray. May you chill, review, resume, and succeed with all of your plans. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.